This looks promising.
So we're sure not on to that right. So it's your place.
I don't usually have to click go.
You gotta start all over. It just said live.
Let me go to our website.
Mr. Worth is on
Oh,
I'm on your,
Still nothing?
there's nothing on the YouTube. Get out and read it back into it.
Okay. I'll wait. It says one watching. It looks like
I
it's,
don't usually have to click go.
it. You gotta start all over. You did not mute. It said live.
Let me go to our website.
There you go.
I see a picture.
What's that?
I see us.
Are you on YouTube, Laura?
Yes. And for our website. Click on the link to YouTube.
Yeah, I see.
I think we just have a lag.
Good volume.
Yeah.
All right.
okay.
You ready?
Guess we're good.
Call this meeting to order. Lori, do a roll call, please.
I was from the Jarzell.
Here,
Opinion is absent. Loomis.
Here.
Hook
There.
and Cameron here.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, before we get started, I'd like to make a statement before the record. And this is here under protest. And what that means, it is used to comply with a demand, often to avoid worse consequences while preserving the legal right to challenge that obligation later. It signifies compliance without agreement. Okay, you want to discuss the budget? I guess that's why we're here. Well, I'm sorry, public comment. I'm sorry. I'm a little ahead of myself. Bob, you?
I have, you got some result? Yeah, I do. I found some information, and with me finding this information, again, question, is it because of your arrogance and refusal to work as a team? Because you all own a part of this. Every single one of you guys own a part of this fiasco we're in. Please own up to it and start working together as a team. Please, 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 for your residents that voted for you. And that you need to agree, Laura, to a 24.2% raise, and Sharon's not here, 22.4% raise. Is it a sense of entitlement? What I found online through the GAAP, all Michigan governments are required to prepare financial statements in accordance with the general accepted accounting principles. All this I pulled from the State of Michigan Treasury Department website. I only looked back 3 years, but it goes back many years. I haven't had time today. I had something going on that I had to do. And this information I pulled up is what the auditors are required to file with the State of Michigan Treasury Department. It's a public database. I would go back much further before the next township meeting I'm going to give you guys a maybe a packet ahead of time for you guys to look at. Please note the following items. The last 3 years, this was noted in all 3 years that I looked back at, and that is reconciliation tax fund. The criteria for that is a timely tax fund reconciliations represents the important control used to detect and prevent material misstatements. Industry standards suggest that a fund is reconciled on a monthly basis. Condition, the tax fund was not properly reconciled to their appropriate balance and supporting documentation. Cause, the township's internal control. All this is from your auditor's report that you guys get every year and that they have to file with the state. I don't know, do you guys hand those out and everybody look at them? The cause is the township's internal control were not sufficiently designed or implemented to ensure the tax fund balances were properly reconciled in a timely manner. The effect, the township's internal accounting records did not properly reflect the financial position of the township's financial resources. This situation increases the risk that misstatements, whether caused by error or fraud, could occur and not be detected in a timely manner. Recommendations, the township should incorporate policies and procedures to timely reconcile the tax fund. Management reply, management is you guys. Management is an agreement that the tax fund wasn't reconciled accurately or in a timely manner. Management will review the tax fund on a monthly basis, verifying reconciliations on a timely manner. This was in all 3 years that I looked back at. And next you have material audit adjustments, expenditures in excess of. The last one I want to point out real quickly.
Point of order, your time as a public comment is
Only
done for that.
remittance of state payroll.
Okay. So we're moving on to the next part.
Any other public comment? Okay, discuss the 2026-2027 budget. I wish Sharon was here. I had a lot of questions for her. She's not.
I'm out of order, but how do you do that with the refuge fund with the almost $300,000 difference between you, Robert, and Sharon?
If you have a question
do
for
that?
the treasurer, you can feel free to email her and she will look it over and get back to you.
I
at the
tried
next
asking her
meeting.
at the other meeting. She said she
She
wasn't
was not
prepared.
prepared at that point, so email her your questions so she can look it over and have an answer prepared for you at our next board meeting, Mr. Ward.
The auditor points it out, why it's the problem.
And why are you asking the question? Thank you.
Okay. I just wish Sharon was here because I had a lot of questions why the police fund and the refuse fund
Mhm.
was the way they were, but I guess she's not here to answer that.
But she is available at other times. You can reach out to her.
I thought we was gonna discuss it tonight, Laura.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Isn't that why we're here?
We are here to discuss it and vote on it.
That's right.
Okay.
Is that part of the discussion?
It is, but she
Okay.
is a
I
good
didn't,
member and we can ask questions and we can talk to each other outside. of-
well, I thought this was a budget meeting. That's why I brought it up now.
Okay,
Any questions on page 1?
I just have a real quick question, guys. A public budget hearing, where the public can ask questions about your proposed budget. Isn't that what this is for?
are we allowed to have someone removed for repeatedly violating?
What the hearing was our last
The
meeting.
hearing was the last.
This is a
meeting.
special meeting, not a hearing.
This is not a hearing.
This
Okay, make
I thought
sure
this
we're
was-
all clear on that.
budget hearing.
No, we had our hearing already. That was what we had on Tuesday.
And
So the
that's,
budget hearing has been had.
and that's what was noted in the lawyer's correspondence.
The
That's not the way.
Did you read what the lawyer sent us and how he explained it?
Yes, I did, but I
Okay.
didn't understand it that way.
Okay,
Would you like me to review that for you?
since there has already been a public budget hearing, the budget could be adopted at any time now.
But you gotta remember, there wasn't a budget hearing.
There was.
There was.
But you look at the agenda doesn't state that. The agenda says discuss moving the 2026-2027 budget public hearing to April
What is the
21st.
heading?
No, I'm talking about what the topics are that we
That's the
talked
topic.
about.
What is the heading on there?
What's
It
it?
says-
The heading
But
of
that's
that
not what
meeting.
we
It
discussed.
says budget hearing agenda.
That's not what we
We
discussed.
that
I don't
we
agree with
discussed it
that.
At the same time, and it was in the paper. So
Wrong.
As the.
as the.
It was in the
budget
paper
hearing.
wrong.
It was in the paper as the budget hearing.
So while we're on that,
This is to discuss the budget. Do you have
Okay.
questions about the budget?
Approved.
but we are talking about the lawyer's comments, aren't we?
You
Yeah.
asked what this was.
And I wanted to ask you about this.
Okay,
Okay, I would like a copy. From you upon receiving written requests for the meeting signed by a majority of the township board members.
okay, I'm sorry, what was that?
I would like a copy. From the township clerk upon receiving a written request from the meeting signed by a majority of the township board.
Is that from
From the attorney, Tim Ferone. Apparently you don't have it. That's what I guess that's what I'm
I have
asking.
the same thing, that's what I noticed.
Yeah, right up here.
In a written request.
Okay, another question I had about his comments were the notice of the special meeting must include the purpose of the meeting, adoption of the budget, and ratification of prior actions. It must be given to each member either in person or by leaving a written notice at the member's address.
Yes,
That was never done.
that's been the same statutes that we've always had, and we have discussed in the past, not as this board, but in training. And they said an email is acceptable. So,
And we've
But that's
always,
not what it says.
we've always done it by email.
But that's not what it says.
Okay.
Written notice at a member's address. Doesn't say email address, it says address.
you are correct,
Okay. I'd like to know why that's not being done,
because like I said in previous training, I was told that it's okay to email as well.
but that's not what the lawyer said.
I understand that. I'm telling you.
But all the other requests you've gotten in the past have been by email and those were fine.
But that's not what the lawyer said, Luann. It says address. It doesn't say email
But
address. It
one
says
of your famous
address.
sayings is, that's the way we've always done it.
That's
An
my saying?
address, whether it's an
Yeah.
email
That's my
address,
saying? I don't
yeah,
think
you
so.
say that a lot.
I don't
and
think
this-
so. I think you're putting words-
Getting it by email is just as
I
valid.
think you're putting words in my mouth.
So
No,
do you have any questions about the budget?
Page 1, no, I don't. Page 2. We got do a resolution on that.
We all went over their
Went
budget.
through the budget.
We
already.
did.
yeah, we've done all of this already. Then we had our public
We don't
hearing.
have to go through it.
Hearing.
Yeah, we went through the budget.
Okay. No, I don't have them. I thought we had to go through it all again and vote on. We never voted on it.
Well, then let's
I
start
think
voting on it.
I think we need to go back and look at the film because I don't think we voted on it. And that's what the resolution's all about.
We
We're here to
discussed,
vote on.
We discussed it, but voting is two different things.
yes, you asked if there were questions, so we're here to vote on it.
Well, you said we already did it. Well, we didn't do it.
We
We didn't
went-
vote on it.
We went through it.
That's different than voting on it. It says right here, upon a roll call vote.
I said we discussed it.
I thought that's what we were.
Well, is it
here was
vote-
to vote on the budget.
Is it voting and actually talking about two different things?
Yes, that's why I said we discussed.
So we don't,
We are
okay,
here
let's
today to vote
get
on it.
this, let's get this on film. We don't have to vote on it.
Who said that? We're
We
here
didn't- we
to
didn't-
vote on.
Well, I'm
That's what
I'm
we're
talking
here
about
tonight today
each
for.
individual resolution. We've always done that in the past.
Then let's start voting.
That's why we're here.
I realize that, but we gotta go through and read the resolution and vote on it. That's the way it's always been done in the past.
Yes,
And
So are we gonna do that or just
that's why we're here. Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
resolution to establish township officer salary? 2026-2027 budget. Be it resolved that this resolution is subject to MCLA 41.95 -3. In a township that does not hold an annual meeting, the salary of the officers composing the township board shall be determined by the township board. Be it resolved that as of April 1st, 2026, the annual salary of the township supervisor shall be $10,315 exclusive and assessing duties. Foregoing resolution offered by board member myself,
I will support it.
and supported by board member Laura. You want to do a roll call?
We need to.
Yep.
Your roll call.
Yes, thank you.
You can.
Cook,
Yes.
Loomis,
Yes.
Jarzell,
yes,
and Cameron. Yes.
No vote, no votes. The supervisor declared the resolution adopted by Laura Cameron, the clerk. Somebody like to read the next resolution?
Be it resolved that this resolution is subject to MCLA 41.953. In a township that does not hold an annual meeting, the salary for officers composing the township board shall be determined by the township board. Be it resolved that as of April 1st, 2026, the annual salary of the township clerk shall be $15,000. The foregoing resolution was offered by board member.
I'll, motion.
Thank you.
Cook,
I'll support it.
Thank you.
again.
Upon a roll call vote, the following voted: Cook,
Yes.
Loomis,
No.
Jarzell,
Yes,
and Cameron. Yes.
Supervisor declared the resolution adopted by Laura Cameron, the clerk. Somebody like to read the next one?
Total. Be it resolved that this resolution is subject to MCLA 41.953. In a township that does not hold an annual meeting, the salary for officers composing the township board shall be determined by the township board. Be it resolved that as of April 1st, 2026, the annual salary of the township treasurer shall be $11,000. The foregoing resolution offered by board member Cameron.
Support.
Upon roll call vote, the following voted: Cook,
Yes.
Cameron, yes. Loomis,
No.
and Jarzell.
yes,
Supervisor declared the resolution adopted by Laura Cameron, the clerk. One more.
Be it resolved that this resolution is subject to MCLA 41.953 in a township that does not hold an annual meeting. The salary for officers composing the township board shall be determined by the township board. Be it resolved that as of April 1st, 2026, the annual salary of the township trustees shall be $3,535.00. There's an extra set of zeros there. The foregoing resolution offered by board member Cameron, supported by,
Cook.
upon a roll call vote, the following voted: Jarzell,
yes,
Loomis,
No.
Cameron, yes, and Cook.
Yes.
Supervisor declared the resolution adopted by Laura Cameron, the clerk. Okay, page 6. Any questions on that?
No,
I still think the police fund should be 1.8%, but I guess there ain't no support for that. Since we've almost got $400,000 in that fund. Okay, the pay schedule for the firemen, I wish Sharon was here. She was talking quarterly. Both the MTA and the attorney said it must be monthly. So that's why I made them out monthly, as you can see. Any question?
I think she was working on trying to get that automatically withdraw or paid
I believe she sent everyone an email regarding that
automatic,
You
what do
don't
you call
know
that?
direct deposit.
Direct
direct
deposit.
deposit?
Yes,
Yeah,
So
but my,
she is
my
working
question,
on
my question was a monthly pay.
I believe it's
That's-
going to be that one.
yeah, they're
Well,
working
we don't
on,
have a choice according to MTA and
and
ours.
she's working on getting that in place.
Okay, any questions on page 8? I'm still waiting for an answer on the FOIA hourly rate. I don't know if you've got that yet or not.
I did talk to our attorney.
I would like a hard copy of that, please.
Okay. And we can make any, if you wanna, I'll send you the hard copy, that way you can look it over and have time to decide. I did talk to our attorney, and he said that we can adjust the budget at any time, so we can leave the FOIA thing as it is for right now. Although we have been charging $17 because it is set at the lowest hourly employee. So right
But
now. it's
according to the
17.
budget, I went back 3 years, it's only been $16.
Yeah,
So why are we charging 17?
because the state law is that you need to do the lowest paid employee that is capable of doing the work. The lowest hourly paid employee that is capable of doing that work. Jackie is our hourly employee, and so she was making $17 an hour as of last fiscal year. So that's when it moved up to $17 an hour.
If you remember right, I asked for that language and I never did receive.
That's what you just said. You said you were waiting for the hard copy, so I told you.
Well, you said from our attorney, you said this.
My attorney, the FOIA attorney.
Okay. Yeah, I'd still like to see that.
Yes, sir.
On page 9, any questions?
I do not.
Okay. Page 10.
Well,
No,
Mhm.
Everybody happy with it? And like I say, I wish Sharon was here. We've got. It's discussing how much money we got in that police fund, but I guess she's not here to answer my questions, so. I guess we leave it at 1.9. The refuge account's the same way.
once we get this, the answer from Sharon, we can adjust the budget. We can make an amendment. And change.
It's been so much easier to do it today, but. Okay, Murphy Lake Weed Control, any questions on that?
The only question, you have to turn this into the county to see how much they charge.
I think we gotta turn into the assessor, I think, don't we, to put it on the taxes? I think so. Don't quote me on that, but that's gotta be turned in within a certain date also. Murphy Lake Weed Control, Emery, you got any questions on that?
No, sir.
Okay,
I lost my place here, but I think we discussed it.
Page
on page
14.
13,
13 is the weed control, 14 is the.
yeah, I asked him about the weed control,
Yeah.
it's on page 13.
Yeah, I think,
It seemed, you still got a good balance there.
yeah,
I mean, the actual from 24 to 25, you had $27,889. And the other two figures they're estimated, so. I mean, it could be more, it could be a little less, but I think it's gonna be pretty
yeah, there's
close.
money in,
Yeah, yeah. And there's gonna be more money, well, they're probably already in there, but,
yeah.
any questions on page 14?
No,
Page 15, now this is the fund that
so get rid
we're
of.
getting rid of. If we need any money, we take it out of the general fund because like I've said before, we put it in this fund, that's the only thing you can use it for. So I've been trying to deplete that fund and also the other fund. Okay, any questions on 16?
Where's Jackie's? Did Jackie's get adjusted to 19?
Where are you looking at?
That's what I'm trying to find the.
Yeah, we adjusted her pay to 19.
Okay,
That's a couple pages ago.
Okay.
If I can find it.
yeah, I thought it was on. I just saw office.
Okay, administrative, it went from 17 of a $2 increase to 19
Okay,
on page 8.
thank you.
Yeah,
Any questions on 17? Okay, any questions on 18? Any questions on 19? I guess that's it. Any other public comment?
Yes. I'm referring to MCL section 41.72A. In parentheses number 2, I just looked this up. And for the clerk, a special meeting of the township board shall be called by the township clerk on receiving a written request for the meeting signed by a majority of the township board members.
I have the letter.
You have the letter and it's timestamped?
It's,
Just sign.
no, I created it yesterday. I called the other board members to see if they were in favor of having the board meeting. And they agreed to sign it.
What is-
Okay. They came up and signed it in person.
No, they agreed to sign it over the phone.
So they did not sign in person, just to be clear.
Written
Correct.
request.
Okay, correct. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hey, on your taxations for your police millage and your refuge special fund or special assessment. You know, once again, I'm pulling this off the Treasury's Department.
Sorry, you just
Report.
threw me when you said refuge. Refuse.
Refuse.
Yes,
Okay, I'm
thank you.
sorry. REFUSE.
Yes.
You happy?
And
Wonderful. I love that smile. At the end of March 31, 2025, you guys had a balance of $153,015 in that. That's what you had left over. And you want to raise people an extra $22 each when you have that amount of money in there? Why would you want to tax people another $22 when you don't have to? I don't understand that. And your police millage, at the end of 2025, you guys had total fund equity of $382,376 in that. And you understand that the police millage is perpetual. It goes on forever. When that was voted in ways back, the only parameters were how low you can go or how high you can go for police. And you guys have $382,000 left in that, and you want to tax the people the full 1.9 so you can bankroll more money when your police bill is 200 and what am I saying, 250, 280,000 a year?
Mhm.
Why would you want to put that burden on the people? Gerald, you stated in a couple of your meetings, you like ordinances, you've said it also. What about taxes? Do you guys enjoy paying taxes that you can sit in the bank the township can sit in the bank and only can be used for police? Or refuse? I got that right this time. Why would you guys want to do that even? Why would you entertain that motion to put the burden on the residents of that? Because not everybody gets a raise because they want to cover their co-pays, like you stated, Luann. Other people have to struggle and get by.
They just deleted it.
I would like to answer some of that. It made it really easy since we're after March 31st, 2026. I can get actual numbers. And I estimated for the 25-26 budget that we had $6,626 left over in the police fund. Actually, we'll have $27,001.48 left over. So I really underestimated that. So that's really gonna go up next year. And the refuge fund,
What's really gonna go up?
What,
no, what I'm saying, the excess is really gonna go up.
Okay,
Because the reason is we're after our fiscal year, so I was able to get a final numbers on our budget. And this is what the actual numbers are for last fiscal year that we're gonna pick up. In other words, I estimated we get $6,626.55. I thought we would have that extra in the budget that we could add on to the balance. Actually, we're gonna have $27,001.48. So I mean, it's probably about another $20,000. On the refuge fund, And like I say, this really made it easy this year since we're after March 31st. The refuse fund, let me get that right. I estimated $17,854.44. Actually, we're gonna have $19,031.02
From
So, I
last
mean-
year alone.
from last year, from the 25-26 budget year. So what I'm saying is the figures are better than what I got here. I mean, you don't know, I mean, you estimate. But it's actually better. So why we're keeping the people's money, I have no idea, but I tried to get it reduced and I was told my numbers are wrong. So that's my answer.
Came on here, people.
Once again, I would like to state that we are allowed to amend budgets. If we need to amend something as evidenced by our March meeting, when you had at least 5 budget amendments that you brought at the end of the year. So once we get everything squared away and we have answers from Sharon and from you, I think we can better evaluate that.
We've got the proof right here. It's backed up by the audit and it's backed up by BSNA
Why do you have
reports.
questions for Sharon?
Because she said I was $130,000 under,
Exactly.
which
So
isn't true.
we will reach out to her and feel free to email the questions.
I
that
think
you have
it's
for them to look at.
Like I've said in the past, and we kept reducing the amount. I think it's stupid to keep the people's money as a bankroll. That's not why they put that money there. I think it better serves the people to give their money back so they can use it instead of us putting it in the bank. That's my spiel about it.
And that's true. I'd like to find out why the treasurer's report is
I would
so much
really like,
different than your report.
I would really like to see that also.
So when she's here,
Well, I thought.
we need to approve a budget. So once she's here, we'll figure out why
But
the
the
two
bad-
numbers are so far off.
But the bad thing about it, Gerald, we gotta turn these numbers in, what we're gonna collect on the refuse and the police fund shortly. Are we gonna have time to do that?
When,
You know,
when,
those numbers are already gonna be in for the next tax year.
when are they due to be in?
I'm thinking it's around the 1st of May, but don't quote me on that.
So at our meeting yet this month,
Well, if we got the numbers, yeah, I mean, I thought we was gonna have them tonight,
What
but
position would know that answer?
What's that?
What elected position would know that answer?
I would dare say the treasurer, because she deals in the taxes, that she would have to turn those numbers in. But don't quote me on that. I'm only guessing.
that's not something you've turned in the past?
Mhm. Actually, Carrie's turned them in, be quite honest with you. Whose official job it is, I have no idea. But I do know Carrie has turned it in the past.
Okay.
Any other public comment?
You know, I gotta go on.
Okay,
Again, Steve Lay, 7600 Osborne Drive. You know, I just, there's a lot of problems here, but I keep going back to what I've harped on too many times. And you just admitted it again, Mr. Loomis. You've been here 6 years and you don't know everything that they're supposed to be doing and what you're supposed to be doing. And you're not even leading your team. You could meet with Sharon ahead of time. Have a meeting with her once a month. Go over things. Predict, forecast, kick the can. Just do enough jawing in here in the office with other people. You could be meeting with your treasurer and going over these things so that we wouldn't have 3, 4 special meetings. That's what bugs me. You know, you talk about accruing the people's money. That money's there. And if we need to reconcile it and boot it back or not collect so much, that can happen. But look at me, Mr. Loomis.
I don't have to look at you.
You act like you don't care.
I do care.
Well, then I'd like to
That's
know
why I
why
stated what
you
I
feel-
did.
But why do you feel it's okay to waste our
I-
money? That's what gets me. You're wasting money by not communicating with your people ahead of time. That's on you. You're wasting money by letting them try to pull these meetings together. That's on you. Probably $1,000 a pop. I would much rather accrue the money than waste the money. And that's on you. And I wish you would just take that responsibility. You've been here 6 years plus, and you take no responsibility. You look for outside help, they'll bail you out. It's like we have 2 supervisors calling the meeting here. I wish you could do your job. And I wish you wouldn't put it back on everybody else and dodge the bullets all the time when it really comes back to our leader, our supervisor. And you can smirk, but again, you're gonna thank me for Steve, but you're not hearing me, Bob. Because did you bring a calendar today?
Do I need a calendar?
I don't know. I asked you last week to bring a calendar to these meetings so we'd have more
I don't
efficient
think I have
meetings.
to answer you, Steve.
You don't, but you are. You're drawing away. The only time you defend yourself or say anything is when somebody accuses you, and then you sit there like a school kid and say, did not true. Lead, Bob, lead. Don't waste our money. The money is in the bank. I'd rather have it than not have it, but I don't want to waste it. And you don't seem to care about that.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome, Mr. Loomis.
Anybody else? Public comment? Well, I guess we'll move on to action items.
I make a motion that we approve the 2026-2027 budget.
I'll second that.
There's been a motion to approve the 2026 and 2027 budget. It's been seconded. Is there any discussion?
Should we add, and that we, will note that we'll also go forward with the scheduled meeting of the April 22nd hearing after the statutorily compliant notice is published and then get it formally adopted and ratified as advised by our lawyer?
I don't think that was.
You don't think we need that?
What's-
We will definitely be doing that.
Okay,
I don't think doesn't need to be part of the motion,
okay.
but we will be having a budget.
Just so it's known that what we're doing is based on the advice of our lawyer.
Yep, so
And
we
he
will-
told us how to do this. So,
On April
Just so your
22nd.
audience is clear, you're gonna approve the budget twice.
We're going to approve it tonight and then we will ratify that at the April 22nd hearing. It's verbatim what the attorney told us to do, and I'm sure you're right.
because he said it's more important to get this budget adopted so that we're not staying in non-compliance.
Correct. Okay, so the budget has been made, and the budget motion, thank you.
There's been a motion and been seconded. Is there any discussion? I still say the refuse and the police fund is way over budgeted. So with that, I'm gonna vote no. Lori, do a roll call, please.
Loomis,
No.
Jarzell,
Yes,
Cook,
Yes.
Cameron, yes.
Motion passed.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
support.
Been a motion to adjourn, been supported. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passed.
Mr. Cook.
Yep.
With this, if you wanna look up on the hearing,